You could go through 30 in 30 days. So many great restaurants, so many great local stores, but the ones that you do see are successful are the ones that are, concentrating on creating open partnerships with same restaurants, same people, and we need to see more of that. And that's exactly what you said.
Yeah, building a reason for people to find their way back.
Exactly.
And that's the community spirit. And restaurants that can do that very well have loyal customers. And that's the thing you really want as a restaurateur. And I've learned that through my work in Fat Boys, and you do a great job of that.
Yeah. All right, thank you, Jason. We'll be right back with you in a moment. Now, Albert, kind of your favorite restaurant and kind of hangout spot when you're not busy.
Well, there's so many great restaurants here, but because my wife is gluten and dairy intolerant, that kind of reduces our list of restaurants we can go to.
Unfortunately, the Daily Grind went down too. Because
I love that place. That was a great hangout.
Yeah,
so
for
hopefully they can
gluten-free,
get back.
dairy-free. Well, you couldn't have gotten better, yeah.
Exactly that. So what I'm thinking about is there's a Chinese restaurant in Somerset called So Good. They have like 500 items on the menu. It's unbelievable. And all you have to say is, I want this gluten-free, dairy-free, and they will just make sure that they don't include some of the sauces on it.
Yeah, huge portions too. Awesome place.
And the other one, I love ribs so much, and I'm honest right here, my favorite place for ribs is Fat Boys Southern Smokehouse.
There you go.
If you're looking for tender ribs, that's the place to be. And actually, I met Jason at, I think that was the first place we met, and we had the deep fried brownie, which is an unbelievable treat.
And a junior achievement event.
And our last 2 years, we have a volunteer appreciation event. We've held it at Fat Boys. Not just because of the food, but also Jason and Sean Dawson, who does Dream Mountains. He does incredible fundraising for Dream Mountains. He's raised thousands of dollars for our school breakfast program, which is one of the programs that we run out of the Ottawa Network for Education.
Oh, excellent. So that is out of the Ottawa Network. Excellent. So what does a normal day look like for you, because you're on so many things? What do you...
Yeah, it's pretty different every day as well. So when I get in, I pop over my computer, and what I'm looking for is sort of what are the connections I can make with the community to help grow the JA program. So if that's a matter of meeting with a student group, so Jason mentioned ISEC, Student Exchange. I met with ISEC U Ottawa yesterday about how we can get their students involved in JA, as well as how can I make introductions to them to other organizations that can help them, as well as ISEC U Ottawa. Getting in touch with volunteers, touching base with my team. I've got a really hardworking, lean team of 3. Jen, Rebecca, and Bonnie, shout out. We have to make sure that we can definitely get programs into schools, ensure we have enough volunteers growing the program, and also as well as funding applications and following up with budgets.
And what was your start into, I guess we'll start with Junior Achievement. What exactly is Junior Achievement? How did you come to be involved with it?
Yeah, so Junior Achievement is the world's largest youth business education organization. It's in 123 countries, and in Canada itself, we're in all provinces, reaching about 225,000 students a year. So what it is JA, let me start first by saying that there's a lot of skills that aren't taught in the classroom, those being personal finance, money marketing, money management, entrepreneurship, and what students need is some hands-on experience in learning this.
And why? And through your research in doing this, and I'm so passionate about this, why is finance not being taught in the classrooms still?
That's an excellent question. We get that question a lot from our volunteers. I have to believe that sometimes it comes down to having the skills, knowledge, and confidence to actually teach that skill set. So financial literacy is such an important life skill, how to manage your money, how to budget, how to save for school, that we're not learning it in school. So a lot of us learn from the School of Hard Knocks, we learn from our parents, and our parents, they mean well, but they're not always the best role models to have. And I think that pertains as well to the education system as well. When we have Junior Achievement volunteers from, say, RBC or CIBC going into the classroom to teach students about budgeting, we'll hear teachers coming up to the volunteers afterwards saying, I learned so much from that presentation, and I thank you, and now I understand why I'm having credit issues. Yeah.
And so we have to think, why are teachers not invited for a one-day seminar to learn this and then start teaching it? Just like history of, I'm sure they're not professionals on Upper Canada and Lower Canada, and I'm pretty sure talking about finances and budgeting is a little more important than learning about Upper Canada and Lower Canada. I'm sorry.
I still know how to dissect a frog, but you know what? In school, I haven't used that skill since.
Really?
But if we could have learned how to create a business starting grade 5, it would plant those seeds of inspiration that you might do with something.
So true. It's the application of knowledge in the JA type of learning opportunity, and it's with people that come from outside the class environment, inside the class, so it's very memorable and effective. So it kind of stays with the students.
Exactly. So
Inspires.
we ran a little over time, so we're going to get to Jen from Foodie Prince right now, and then we'll go right back into junior achievement, how we can get more high school students involved and what they'll learn and what's come about from it from the past. So we're going to listen to Jen right now. One more song called Bug from Loon Choir, and we'll be right back.
Thanks, guys. It's been an exciting week on the food scene, with Chef Marc Lepine of Atelier making a triumphant return to gold medal plates. For those of you not familiar with GMP, it's an annual culinary competition and Olympic fundraiser, with the winning chef going to Kelowna, BC to compete against other regional GMP winners at the Canadian Culinary Championships. Lepine previously won GMP Ottawa back in 2011 and struck gold at the national level. He'll be in Kelowna in February 2016 to see if he can follow up his win with another national title. Congratulations, Chef, and good luck. Now, this week also marks the halfway point of November. That means, including this weekend, there are only 6 shopping weekends left until the holiday season and schools are let out. Which brings me to my top food picks for the weekend. For those of you looking to get an early start on finding some special gifts for family and friends, consider Signatures Ottawa. The event bills itself as the city's premier holiday shopping event. It features over 180 Canadian artists, artisans, and designers. There, you'll find a huge variety of Canadian handcrafted products, including fashion, home decor, natural body care, fine art, jewelry, and of course, specialty foods. It's taking place until Sunday at the Shaw Centre, starting at 10 a.m. Tickets are $10 for adults, $6 for seniors and youth, and children 12 and under go in free. Specialty foods available for purchase include chocolates, smoked Amish-style meats, blackcurrant delicacies, oils, baked goods, jellies, dips, and sweets. So for more information and to purchase your tickets, go to signaturesottawa.ca. Moving over to Sunday, Union 613 is hosting the 613 Supper Club featuring Chef Mike Radford of Whalesbone and the Dale Tavern. Tickets are $65 and that already includes your taxes and tip. Now, with only 1 seating and 20 spots available, the event is most likely already sold out. However, you can always give the restaurant a call and see if there are any cancellations and perhaps put your name on a waiting list. But if Sunday doesn't work out for you, then try Tuesday, November 17th. That's when Union is holding a beer session about fermentation, and Beyond the Pale is the host. Now, tickets are $50, and with that, you'll get 8 beers lined up for you to try along with food provided by Union. It runs from 6 to 8 p.m. Tickets can be purchased online at union613.ca. All of their previous beer sessions have been sold out, so don't miss out on this one. And that's it for me this week. Have a great weekend.
I know they are doing with me and why, oh why, it's because I keep on listening, oh why, 'cause I'm alone. 'Cause I'm alone. I know with pride I've been told.
All right, thank you so much, Loon Choir. That song was Bug. Check them out, Black Sheep Inn, November 20th. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much, Jen. I look forward to the 613 Supper Club in the future. I hope it's a more common event. All right, so we're talking about junior achievement. How can students get involved? Are teachers starting to take this on and try to promote it to their classrooms because it is extracurricular and it's not sports? So sometimes it's a little harder to get parents on board as well. So
that's great that you mentioned. So how do kids get on board? Well, a lot of it's teacher driven. So we as an organization, JA and Ottawa Network for Education, we have great partnerships with all 4 local school boards. So we pass the message on about JA, and these are free programs. They're all experiential learning. They're right in the classroom, and as well as there's some programs after. So teachers' word of mouth is very strong, but as well we reach out to our own connections into the community. Parents talk about it. Parents talk about what their students have learned, and so the students basically are signed up when the teacher signs up. Except there's also a company program where students are creating their own business after school or within the school, in which case they can sign up for certain programs that we have available.
So how long is the program for the creating a product?
Yeah, for creating a product, it's a 15-week program, and we have some of these programs running in marketing classes at grade 11, and entrepreneurship classes, as well as after school. So after school, for instance, we have them running at Glebe, Earl of March, John McCrae, Garneau, Sacred Heart. And it's 15 weeks, 3 hours a week over time, where the students learn how to start up the business. They choose a product, they make it themselves, they market it, and then they close down the business and they develop those real life skills.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable in 15 weeks. I absolutely loved it. And there is an event coming up for people to listen to.
Yeah, no, this is a great time. So, so what we do is that we have 187 high school entrepreneurs active in the JA program right now. And they are running 10 businesses right now. And we have our first JA Sales Day where they will be at Merivale Mall on November 21st and 22nd. That's a Saturday and a Sunday from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. where they'll be talking about their experience with JA and selling the products. So come on out, support youth entrepreneurship, and see how they're doing.
Well, that's a wonderful program because sales is basically everything. And getting to the mall and teaching sales like that on a Saturday, Sunday is so valuable. And only 3 hours a week. This should be supported by more. I definitely think we need to grow this because 187 for a city of 1 million people is not enough because I was in Guelph and I think we had 10 as well. So what are we looking for how can we help junior achievement going forward?
So I see this as a real community effort, right, to help youth entrepreneurs. Right. And for that, we need mentors to help teach these kids and give the guidance. So there's ways that we can engage students, professionals, those that want to help youth. There's a way to sign up through jaottawa.ca. Just send us a note. We're going to be starting semester 2 schools sometime in January. Yes. And it goes right through to about April. So we're always looking for mentors. We have quite a few JA mentors that have done the JA program in, let's say, in Waterloo or Halifax, and so they're coming back and they want to give back. Yes. So any opportunity to spread the word that we need JA mentors, we need kids to get that sort of guidance.
And you don't have to just be a business owner or private sector. I imagine government workers would be excellent mentors as well because they're constantly working on budgeting, constantly working in changing environments. So we need more government workers not staying home and not sitting there watching your Netflix. Get out there and you're going to. This is going to be way more valuable than sitting at home. Like if you're not feeling that you're giving 100% in the government. Give back and do this, and maybe that will find some life in you and get going a little more.
And mentors have said how much they gain out of reconnecting with
100%.
The youth these days, and they get inspired in their work, and they say, this is fantastic, I look forward to every week. And I hear that all the time.
When you see the light bulb of a young mind light up, it is the best feeling.
100%.
Yeah.
And you're doing so much with that. So I guess very quickly, what is the Ottawa Network for Education? What are some successes coming from that?
Yeah, so the Ottawa Network for Education, we're a not-for-profit organization, and what I see is we're like a bridge from the community into the classrooms. So what we're trying to do is we are connected with all 4 local school boards as well as businesses, and what we try to do is help support students in terms of their learning. So that could be removing obstacles to learning like hunger. So we have the school breakfast program, which reaches 13,000 kids each day.
Wonderful.
We have 2,000 active volunteers in the classroom helping with language, numeracy skills, literacy, and we also have opportunities to help students learn about careers. So we have the JA program and we have the TechU.me program. So it's really a community, again, helping out our youth in education.
And how is this funded, this incredible program funded?
So we do fundraising. So we've had a school breakfast gala. We have some funding from...
A lot with